Greg Black, Xavier Simeon, Sylvain Guintoli, the race victors. Riders and bikes lining up on the grid here at Le Mans. The 45th edition of this 24 Hours of Le Mans about to get underway. You can hear the crowd. They're playing their part already. First time they've been back for 2 years. The weather is perfect. The scene is set. And now we await the green flag.
Not easy to run in this gear. Thick leathers, thick heavy boots, helmet and everything else. Not the ideal running conditions, but you watch how quick these guys get across there.
All eyes on the front running bikes. Karel Haneke, Greg Black, Mike D'Amelio, Jeremy Guarnoni, Javier Forez and Matteo Jean, the top 6 starters. Watch out for Bradley Smith in 7th as well. Taking the start on the 96 machine. The tricolour about to be waved.
The tension, it builds and it builds. It's very nerve-wracking for everyone.
Well, there seems to be a bit more tension here. Slight delay. You can feel it.
Yes,
the anticipation, can't you? All the riders are poised. And the tricolour waves, they run across the grid. First to the bike is Karel Haneke, and he's not got it going again.
Exactly the same thing. What is going on here?
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe it myself. Meanwhile, right at the front, the Honda's right there.
Yeah.
On the inside, the Honda goes through.
Yeah, it's Mike D'Amelio. He leads, but he's run slightly wide, and Greg Black will snatch back across the front of that machine, and everybody seems to be through cleanly. And on the run up to La Source, and the riders now, this must be a really nerve-wracking feeling. They've got to run across to their bike, get the bike started, of course, and then get down to turn 1. It hasn't gone the way of Yacht the last race, certainly, and we look back at Bradley Smith as well. What happened to him at Le Mans? A really nasty start line incident. So this is a pretty tricky section of the race, and it's a 24-hour race. You've got to get through turn 1, the first lap or 2, settle into your rhythm, Chrissy.
Yeah, it's much safer to be out the front, really, and sort of, if you can just get a good clean start. I've done races myself in endurance starts like this, and when you're in that middle pack, and you've got people who maybe haven't qualified as well, who want to take advantage and make some time up, it is quite dangerous. So yeah, let's hope we get a good safe start.
Now we almost get some music here to add to the trepidation, but you can hear the fans. There really is a sense of expectation and trepidation. You can feel the nerves and the anticipation building. The runners are getting ready. I saw Steve Parish do one of these endurance race starts at Goodwood once, and he cheated, started on the bike. No one noticed.
I've got a friend that does that. There's a free tech endurance race that happens in the UK, and yeah, one of my friends always gets a cheeky little head start.
I think we'd notice here, but there's the music. The 24 hours of Spa Motos is about to get underway. The green flag waves, so does the national flag, and the runners sprint across to their bike, and the Yacht has got away this time, but he's not going to be the quickest down to turn one. That is the WeBike SRC Kawasaki machine. The red, who's on that machine? It's Florian Marino, as we have two runners running side by side as they head up to Eau Rouge, and I think, yeah, that's the Yoshimura Cert bike who now leads.
Starting procedure then is in place. And here we are, ready to go. Ready to go then for the 43rd running of the Coca-Cola Suzuka 8-hour race here in Japan. 3 years since we were last here. It is good to be back. Let's see which of the riders will get down towards the first corner first. Who will get the best launch away from the grid in the sunshine here in Suzuka. Takumi Takahashi lines up on pole position with Leon Haslam alongside, and Nicolo Canepa. Then comes Josh Hook in 4th place. Now Michimi Yuramoto lining up in P5 as well, completing the top 5 on the grid. The crowd chanting on as we await the start of the Suzuka 8 hours. The run to the motorcycles begins, and we get this race underway. It's a good start for FCC TSR Honda, and nearly a bit of a moment there for one of the motorcycles further back, but FCC TSR Honda with Josh Hook get the whole shot, take the lead from HRC down to the first corner, followed by KRT in 3rd place.
With our very own Christian Idden on board as the 4th and reserve and unused rider, but at least he gets a few laps in and during practice and qualify, during practice anyway. And Christian's such an enthusiast, he'll go anywhere for a ride on a bike.
Yeah.
And preparing for the start of the 85th Ball d'Or here with Eternal. So on pole position, we've got BMW. Second place, we've got Marvin Fritz on Yamaha. Third, we've got Greg Black on Cert Suzuki. In fourth place, Mike DeMeglio with the yellow armband is taking on the FCC TSR Honda France team. They are the top four, ahead of Corentin Perolari and our own Leon Haslam in sixth place. Who's going to be the first man to cross that line and get to the bike first? In the past, Yamaha have been very fast, but they've really fluffed their lines when they've made the getaway. We're off! And Haslam, as I would have expected, is quick, but so too BMW. Fabulous start for BMW. Haslam gets away in fourth place. That's on the Tati team, Beringer Racing Kawasaki, riding number 4. So a good brisk start from the Englishman, but what a flyaway by BMW.
Well, you say that, Jack, but into turn 1, it looked like D'Amelio was having a look up the inside there, and I would say, yep, D'Amelio's got it.